Hey guys, Billy Davidson here with Davidson Pressure Washing and Painting. BillyDavidsonVIP.com to help you grow your pressure washing business and your parking lot striping business. Please go check out my website. There also will be a link down in the description. Guys, this is the strangest thing I've ever been asked to pressure wash by far. Now, let me tell you this right quick. We looked at this situation, and I did not feel that using a pressure washer on this grout line was all that good of an idea. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. You can leave a comment in the comment section below to let me know the way you would have cleaned this. But this grout line along this coping of this beautiful pool had a little bit of mildew in the grout lines. It really wasn't all that bad. I was kind of struggling to even find out what they wanted us to clean up. But the homeowner requested us if we could clean that grout line up. And of course, we were happy to do so because they treat us extremely well. So we decided to grab a soft bristle brush and use the pool water to kind of scrub these sections, and some of it did come off. Some of it may be something on there like some calcium deposits, which may be a little bit out of my expertise when dealing with an in-ground pool like this and the balance of the chemistry of the water and such. But I did feel like we can get in there with the scrub brush and make a difference, and we did. So we just got in the water, and again, this is the strangest thing I've ever been asked to pressure wash. So we went around the edge of the coping of the pool where that water line meets that grout line and cleaned it up pretty nicely. Again, just dipping our brush back into the same water right there, and it kind of cleaned up. Here in a second, you're going to see what Apex had to do. Is pretty interesting. And I actually thought it would have been a good idea to put a little sodium hypochlorite on my brush and rub it on this coping in this grout line. And I tried that, and it didn't seem to be making much of a difference on it. So it kind of led me to believe that this was not an organic stain on this coping area, that it could have been a mineral stain. And again, I know some acids would probably work, or maybe even a degreaser. Last thing I wanted to do is suds up the pool. But they just wanted us to give it a try to see if we could remove some of it. And we did. And we actually found a dirt dauber's nest under the little edge of the coping right there. It's kind of weird how these bugs will get anywhere. So we removed that, and we also removed some other spider nests that were along that edge. Now this pool is going to be up and running here shortly. It's starting to warm up down here in Louisiana. So this pool is actually a heated pool too. So there was kind enough to turn that heater on for us a few hours before we came. So the water was nice and warm. I don't think I could have done it any other way, because we've been having some low temperatures here at night, causing the swimming pools to get back cold at night. So, but we got in there with this scrub brush, and it's real important if you ever ask to do something like this or anything that you're really unsure of, make sure you test it out, scrub something soft, and then accelerate the process after that. Right here you see Apex swimming across the deep section of the pool. I asked him if he could doggy paddle, and he said he didn't sure what he could because he had his pants on. So he swam across the deep section, and we was ready to grab him if he wasn't going to make it, but he made it right on across. But there was another thing Apex had to do with the scrub brush. Here in a minute you'll see. It was pretty interesting. We picked on him about it, and I'm going to tell you about that in a second. But as you see here, we just kind of going around the edge of the pool. We've been asked to clean all sorts of things. And like I was saying, you want to start off with a soft scrub brush first, and then maybe use something a little bit more sturdier, like a scrub brush, a deck brush, or something like that. But you want to make sure you're not damaging something if you're trying to clean it, especially if you're not familiar with it. And this pool is relatively new, so I didn't think the stains were that well embedded into the coping of it. So a lot of it did just rub off with plain water and a soft scrub brush. Again, I could have used some acids, I could have used some degreasers, but I didn't know how that would affect the balance of the water and cloud the water up, or even perhaps damage some of this coping. Again, that's the last thing I want to do. So we got that clean, and there was actually some green slime mildew under the water line for whatever reason. I think the balance of this water may have been off during the winter time, so they wanted to kind of just dress that up and rub it off to kind of get it loosened up so the filtration system of the pool can take care of it and filter it out. And then once the balance of the water gets back properly, I'm assuming that this probably would be resolved and not occur again. So right here is the area where they had some green mold or mildew under the water line. So Apex went under, as you see right here, to get this scrubbed off. And it did. It just came right off upon contact. So I suspect that that probably won't occur again once the balance of the chlorine gets correct and the filtration system is working properly in the future. But this did help it clear it up, just kind of agitate it to remove it, to break it up so it can be dissolved and filtered out. So guys, I just want to show y'all that sometimes in the pressure washing industry, we get asked to clean some really strange things. And whenever you have a customer, and as good as these customers are, and they have been good for about a decade to us now, so we will help facilitate any needs that they got that we can do for them. And we happily do it for them. And we actually had a lot of fun doing it too. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's such an odd thing to do, and we had a blast doing it. Bunch of goofing off and joking around. So it was kind of one of these fun work days. So again, if y'all looking to help grow your pressure washing business, if you need some help growing it, perhaps you're not getting the calls in that you was wishing for, or you're not landing the amount of jobs that you deserve, please go visit my website, BillyDavidsonVIP.com. There'll be some information down in the description of this video. Those training videos on that particular website is specifically designed to help you grow your pressure washing business and start a parking lot striping business, which is real important in these times. I can't stress that enough. To be able to do both services for your customer could mean the difference and change your life in ways that you might not even imagine at the moment. So guys, if this video has been entertaining to you, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and we surely hope to see you in the next video.